We are now picking up from where we left off. From Seth Speaks, The Nature of Personal Reality, Chapter 4, Part 6. We begin with Robert Butt's notes. Let's begin. Once the session was over, Jane began to yawn repeatedly, her eyes wet. My writing hand was practically free of tension now. The members of Jane's ESP class have been putting the ideas in personal reality to good use. Strangely, this has made Jane somewhat impatient, since she can only proceed with what Seth has given so far. She finds herself in the odd position of envying future readers, who will be able to go through the finished work and make use of it as a unit. The next morning, Jane told me that she and/or Seth worked on the book all night. Each time I woke up, dictation or stuff like that was going on. It was pretty insistent, almost unpleasantly so at times. She's experienced such effects before in connection with the book. They aren't a nightly occurrence by any means, but I suggested she should tell herself upon retiring that she wouldn't be aware of such activity during sleep hours. We plan to ask Seth about it also. This begins session 620. It's October 11th, 1972, 10 p.m. on a Wednesday. Late this afternoon, Jane received a call from a senior editor of Time magazine. He wants to talk to her later this week in connection with a cover story he is to write about Richard Bach. Dick's book has become a national phenomenon. See the 618th session in Chapter 3. Good evening. Good evening, Seth. I hope you have time for me. I get it, yes. We will then resume dictation. Your beliefs generate emotion. It is somewhat fashionable to place feelings above conscious thoughts, the idea being that emotions are more basic and natural than conscious reasoning is. The two actually go together, but your conscious thinking largely determines your emotions, and not the other way around. Your beliefs generate the appropriate emotion that is implied. A long period of inner depression does not just come upon you. Your emotions do not betray you. Instead, over a period of time, you have been consciously entertaining negative beliefs that then generated the strong feelings of despondency. If emotion could be trusted over conscious reasoning, then there would be little point in aware thought at all. You would not need it. You are not at the mercy of your emotions either, for they are meant to follow the flow of your reasoning. Your mind is meant to perceive the physical environment clearly, and its judgment about the environment then activate the body's mechanism to bring about proper response. If your beliefs about existence are fearful, then the emotional reactions will be those leading to stress. Your own value judgments need examination in such a case. Your imagination, of course, fires your emotions, and it also follows our beliefs faithfully. As you think, so you feel, and not the other way around. Later we will have some comments regarding hypnotism. Here, let me mention that, in those terms, you hypnotize yourself constantly with your own conscious thoughts and suggestions. The term, hypnosis, merely applies to a quite normal state in which you concentrate your attention, narrowing your focus to a particular area of thought or belief. You concentrate with great vigor upon one idea, usually to the exclusion of others. It is a quite conscious performance. As such, it also portrays the importance of belief For using hypnosis, you force feed a belief to yourself or one given to you by another, a hypnotist. But you concentrate all of your attention upon the idea presented. Here, as in normal life, your emotions and actions follow your beliefs. If you believe you are sick, then for all intents and purposes, you are sick. If you believe that you are healthy, then you are healthy. There is much written about the nature of healing, and there will be material in this book dealing with it, but there is also healing in reverse, in which case an individual loses a belief in his or her health and accepts instead the idea of personal illness. Here, the belief itself will generate the negative emotions that will indeed bring about a physical or emotional illness. The imagination will follow, painting a dire mental picture of a particular condition. Before long, physical data bears out the negative belief. Negative in that it is far less desirable than a concept of health. I mention this here simply because in the overall development of an individual, an illness may also be used as a method to achieve another constructive end. In such a case, belief would also be involved. Such a person would have to believe that an unhealthy condition was the best way to serve another purpose. Other means would seem close to him because of various personal beliefs that would form a vacuum in his experience. That is, he would see no other way, perhaps, to achieve the same end. This will be discussed much more thoroughly later in the book. This marks the end of Seth Speaks, The Nature of Personal Reality, Chapter 4, Part 6. Let's talk about it. Briefly, Seth is emphasizing the idea that our beliefs play a significant role in generating our emotions and shaping our experiences. Seth argues that conscious thinking largely determines our emotions, not the other way around. If we entertain negative beliefs over a period of time, they can lead to strong feelings of despondency. It's important to note, emotion should not be trusted over conscious reasoning because it is our thoughts and beliefs that guide our emotions. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like, sharing it with a friend, and of course, subscribing for more. What did you think about this particular lesson / passage? Leave it in the comments below. If you'd like to think a bit deeper about this particular passage or even meditate on it, click the link above. I've prepared a meditation to accompany this particular one. Until the next time, I'm Tony Victory, Wolf Uncaged. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you.